Do you ever sit there and you think of how far you've come? You are grateful to God for how far you've come. You look back and you're like, I'm actually in a better place than I was before. It could be emotionally, it could be financially, it could be intellectually, it could be physically. Because if you don't, it's very, very hard for you to appreciate the detail of your story. And when you are that kind of person that never appreciates their story, you always think that you are the disadvantaged one. You always think that you were born in the wrong family. You always think that maybe you married the wrong person. You're always trying to find someone else to blame for where you are and not yourself. You are blaming your parents, your friends, your teachers, your for your parents not knowing certain people who can connect them maybe to the right schools or give them opportunity, or you're blaming your parents for not having the right connections to connect you to a good job. And because of that spirit, unfortunately, you will remain in the same place. You are stuck because you're always finding someone else to blame. I remember when I was younger, way young, I was very little, and I remember there was this family that were better than us financially. And hold on a second. And this family seemed like they had everything all together. And I remember one day telling them foolishly, it was a foolish thing to do. I said, I wish I was born in your family, because these guys always had chocolates at their home. Wow, when you're a child. And now I can never be more grateful for the family that I was born in. I'm great. I'm like, God, if I wasn't born in such a family, I don't know whether I would be where I am today. I don't know whether I would be the person I am today. And you see, being ungrateful, you can never grow, you can never get to your next level, because you're always complaining about where you are. And when you start appreciating your journey and what God is doing in your life, then you start to see Him in every single detail. Then you are grateful for where you are, because it's preparing you for your next journey, for your next door. Someone is crying in the background, right? I have someone here with me. Anyway, I was saying that you just never grow. And me complaining, I always thought my parents were always making the wrong decisions. They were always taking me to the wrong school. Wow, like, and because of that, I feel like I missed enjoying those open doors, those opportunities for me to make friends, for me to grow, for me to perform well and say thank you, daddy and mommy. I may not necessarily be in the school that I wanted to be in, but I love it here. I'm actually growing. I'm grateful now that I'm older. I'm grateful that I went to those schools, because they have shaped me. They shaped me for a time, as like that time I needed to have been in those schools for me to to make it through life. So you just can't have a deeper experience with God if you are ungrateful. Look at the children of Israel. They never knew how much the Father loved them. And because of that, they were in the wilderness for 40 years. They never appreciated where He had brought them from a place of slavery. So I believe that when you start to appreciate your story, then you become a faithful steward of where you are. You're like, God, I may not necessarily be in a place I want to be in right now, but actually my story is special. You have the best plans for me. Then you get into the word of God. Then you start seeing God in the detail. Then you start experiencing Him for yourself. That is why you need to desire to have a deeper relationship with God, because if you don't, you'll always be complaining. You'll always think, I'm in the wrong place. You'll always think, who do I need to step on in order to get to the next level? You'll always think that you're not loved. But when you start recognizing how much you're loved, how much the great and glorious plans the Lord has in store for you, then you'll be grateful for where you are.